Okay, so for us here on the bottom, now we have bridging, we got elbow escape, we got hip escape. One nice shortcut that helps a lot is learning to escape by just using your feet. The ankle drag, okay? One thing that's important is I need to be able to have my hips turn over to face the ankle, to face one of the feet. Right now my hips are facing straight up. For me to grab this leg with my feet, and right now the way my hips are, I will need to be very flexible to reach over. If I bump up and turn my hip, now I can reach over a lot further. Does that make sense? So we want to turn our hip, and one leg needs to be down on the ground. It cannot work if his foot is under our leg. It won't work here. Second thing, I cannot have the mount be very high. So I need to block his knees with my elbows and keep his knee down. Because I need to make sure I can step over that foot with my opposite ankle. So I'm going to bump up, plant my leg down, turn my hip. And now I'm going to use my elbow to block, and I'm going to use my knee and slide his knee out. Here, leg heavy. And I'm going to slide the knee out. See how I'm walking it out? Keep squeezing. How does it feel? You can't squeeze here. You can't squeeze here. If I try to do it from a level position, I can try to drag, but he can force his foot heavy and squeeze. And it's a lot of work. The moment you learn to do this, he can't squeeze anymore. If he squeezes too hard, he'll bring his own foot over the top and give it to you. So this is a big detail. Without turning my shoulders, because if I turn my shoulders, I'm going to give a space behind my back. I need to stay flat. Bring the knee out, step over, use my heel to drag it. And it's very simple to catch. Close the half guard, pinch my knees. Now I'm going to step on the ground, and as I squeeze my legs, we're going to lift his knee off the ground. Now it puts us back into the half guard position, almost how we did for me in the belly. You can shove the leg all the way in to regular half guard, but come back. Or I can block his hip. See, this hand's going to block his hip and shove the knee across. We have the underhook, we bump up, we switch our feet, and start playing half guard again, just like before. So he mounts us, my elbows go tight against his knees, and if I need to, I crawl out, hands above my neck to protect. I'm going to bump up with one knee, have my leg down, turn my hip over. Don't turn my upper body. And use your knee, slide inside his ankle, and force his foot to swing outward. Just like that. That's perfectly. Reach over the top, drag it, lock the half guard, pinch my knees. Step off the ground, and leverage his leg up. Shove the knee for regular half guard, or my elbow goes inside his hip, grabbing the belt. I put the knee across, grab the waist, bump up, with my feet. Then you're out if you need to. How are we doing? This is a nice little shortcut. It works very often. It is a shortcut. So sometimes you're going to definitely need to do the very one-on-one hip escape for the mount, like the basic one. A couple things are going to happen. The feet, if they tuck under, you'll never get the move. Because here, there's no foot for me to grab.
How do you get the foot out?
That's my next point.
Yeah, he's good at that.
So if we're here, I might need to bump up, and I'll use my foot and think of like a cricket or a violin. I'm going to push the foot out. And then either step inside in between, see that? Or just flatten my leg out and stay flat. Now I use my elbow. I just leave my elbow on one side, the side I'm attacking, and then I can drag it out. And then go get it. This also works if he locks the mount. Lock the feet in the mount, and he's dragging his hip, making himself heavy. So I gotta find whichever foot's on top, lift my leg up, and push it out, and then re-block. That's it. Here's fine. Underneath is fine. Because even here I can lift up and then work. Because everything's underneath him. That's the whole point. We gotta get under. You let him get under, he's grabbing onto you. You get under him, you can pick him up. He locks, lock the mount. See, try not to move from here, time it to work. Legs up, see which one can kick off and kick the foot off the top. There it is, this one. Kick it out, replace. If the foot stays up, it's easy, look, it's already there for you. But I'm going to assume it's not going to be. I'm just going to be able to really kick it off and place my leg and flatten it out. Now his elbow, turn my hip, push it out, drag, leverage, regular half guard, or elbow in the hip, shove the knee across, waist control. Here I can probably switch my feet. If I feel there's not enough room, I bump up, then I switch my feet. Come out. How are we doing?
Can you show the one where he just tucks it tight, not cross it again?
Just underneath?
Yeah.
Under my butt or just on my side?
No, underneath your butt when he tucks it real tight. John, do what you normally do when I can't touch it. I can never get your foot because you get it tucked in so tight.
Yeah, because you're probably like this.
Yeah, and I'm trying to turn, but he's got it tucked so tight I can't
We
get
don't
it.
turn. We do the cricket movement, the violin movement. Long foot up and use your foot to push it out. So turn around. If he's sitting down, there's no room for my leg, so I might need to bump up. And now I use my foot to push it out. See, now either I'm going to flatten my leg, then I can turn it to push. Or, if I feel like I'm not ready to flatten it, then when I push it, I will walk it to this way. Just don't let him get back on me. And then here, maybe I can break it, you know? Hold it in a good place. Just don't let him tuck it back under. If it does tuck all the way under, then it's time to start bumping. You know, use it as a tool instead of counting. Sometimes it's hard to do the yoke escape when the person's much heavier and they have a decent base. It's hard to force that angle. There's ways to do it where you can fake it to recompose the guard. But I think this is a high percentage technique. Not too many people know to swing the foot out. You're going to find that makes a difference because you'll feel it on top. You can't squeeze. And it takes your leg from using your strong muscle groups to isolating into your abductor and the ligaments on your knee. That's what you're using to try to pinch. And that's not really something that has a lot of strength to it in regards to pressure. Okay? It's just something where you go. And I don't need my hands for that. I don't know if you noticed that. All the legs and hips. So I'm able to defend and grab on and block while I just use my legs to escape. Questions? Do you do this flat on your back? No. You gotta turn your hip over. Right? And the feet cannot be under your butt or under your legs. You gotta fish them out. Got it?